began so early, and like many great things, what became this beautiful, big, iconic building with so much life and beauty happening within its walls, it began below the surface.
To have visionaries imagine that the Carson Center could exist in a town like ours, with the arts being part of that fiber, to recognize that and see it is amazing.
Well, I became mayor in 2000, and the Carson Center excitement was already going strong.
And the mayor opened a lot of doors. The building for the arts campaign, frankly, would not have been successful if it hadn't been for the mayor.
To be able to celebrate our 15th anniversary and to have been able to sustain this building, this operation for 15 years is quite a feat. Certainly we are standing on the shoulders of those people who raised all the money to build it.
I made many visits to Frankfurt to visit with Paul Patton, who was the governor at the time. We talked to Paul about money for the center from the state. He agreed that the state could contribute $4 million. We talked him up to $8 million, and then we made another visit and got him to commit $12 million.
And then when we were ready to move forward, I chaired the architect selection committee. We wanted an internationally experienced and successful architect. We chose Eb Zeidler from Toronto, Canada.
And at the same time, we had learned that the top acoustician in the world was Russell Johnson from Artec in New York.
In the process, we concluded from what the various architects told us that the level of acoustics was going to drive the level of the cost of the building. For this kind of facility, acoustics is just as important as the other physical features of the architect. We finally decided, after a lot of education by Mr. Johnson, to be one notch below perfect.
Well, it was in early August 2001, we broke ground. When we started construction, we were about $9 to $10 million shy of the amount to pay for it. And that's when we had the building for the arts campaign. John Williams chaired that campaign, and we raised $12.5 million.
The mayor and a consultant from Atlanta got with me and said, we cannot let this project fail. I agree. It was something we could not let fail for the long-term best interest of this region, this city.
Certain of us knew that it was going to be a tremendous deal for the city and for the county and for the whole area.
It was born out of the Paducah community, and if you look back at the care and the love that the people have given, they've given their time, their resources, their heart and soul. I think that because it was born out of that, it can't fail. I feel a real sense of stewardship to the people who had the vision to build this place. We're standing on their shoulders and we're expected to carry on. And so it's given me a real sense of being able to carry on a mission of making Paducah the best place it can be.
I think the Carson Center contributes to our arts community in a number of ways. Paducah has always had art as part of its fabric, but I think the Carson Center, when it was developed and what it continues to do, really elevates that arts experience across our communities in our Four Rivers region.
I often notice and just think about and kind of reflect on this idea of your Carson Center. And I really love that so many people have such an identity to this place. That makes me feel like we have really engaged people in a very emotional and special way, which is what the arts do.
People come to the Carson Center as a gathering place for our high school prom, or for our wedding reception, or first Broadway play. The Carson Center is so much more than a theater. It is an organization. It is arts education. It is creative aging.
What we really try to do through our education program, through our First Stages program, and even like our family and creative aging programs, is to help the audience become more engaged in what's happening on the stage.
As children walk through these doors for the first time, they have this look of amazement and this look of wonder they have a place right here in their own community where they can go and find the love and develop and cultivate a love of the arts.
I think the Carson Center is life-changing.
We have to create a new generation of supporters, as well as take care of the people who have taken care of us for all of these years.
So we will stay on our toes and be poised and ready to accept the challenge and to bring new things to the Paducah area, to our region, and to their Carson Center.
This place will go on forever. As long as there's a Paducah, Kentucky, there'll be a Carson Performing Arts Center.
It just really makes you proud because we could be, any theater USA, but we're not. I know that the visionaries who built this knew that they were doing something really amazing, but I don't know that they really understood what it would be like to sustain it and how awesome it would be 15 years later. And I can't wait to see what happens in the next 15 years.